want to share with you is the fact that show you the conditions that we are working under. When I mentioned the 55 officers that we use to send to different spots and hot spots in the city and deal with gang problems and violent crime, in New York City, they have 1,000 officers. So they may send 500 to your community and let them stay there for 6 weeks, and 200 to yours, and 300 to this group over here. We're not there yet. Probably take us a couple of weeks to get there, but we're not there yet. Some of the other things that we're doing, because we look specifically at the use of technology as a force multiplier, that we can cover so much more area, get more information, share more information, not only within the Houston Police Department, but we're also be sharing information with the county, the state, federal agencies, the constables, and different cities around the city. That's our long-term goal, to be able, because one thing about these crooks, they don't understand, you're not supposed to cross jurisdictional lines. You're supposed to stay in the old cities and commit crime so you can be easily caught. But they don't play that way. They go across the line, so we're going to have to improve our ability to share information so we can be more effective and approach crime fighting from a regional perspective. Some of the other major projects that we're working on right now, and then I'll stop and answer questions. We're in the process of buying additional helicopters, because that will give us more ability to cover certain areas of the city during the day as well as the nighttime hours, get a police presence in the community or in the air. As you know, in the city of Houston, we've been suffering a lot of copper thefts. So on the weekends, we've had officers spend a lot of time watching churches and schools and businesses that are closed on the weekend. Now we'll be able to do that within 2008, hopefully, by helicopter, and the officers can answer calls. That does not come at a cheap price. We're looking at spending over the next 2 years $18 million for additional people as well as helicopters to provide that air patrol for the city of Houston. And we hope that once we get those helicopters in place, that we will be able to reach out to the county and the other cities and contract with them. They could purchase a certain number of hours, and we cross over and drive through their town, or if they have an emergency or pursuit, we'd readily respond to that, and they could help offset the cost. The other thing that we're working on right now, we're going to put in a new records management system. The systems that we have now, detectives may have some computers and information over here. Gang unit may have some information over here. Patrol has some crime information in the division. So we need to connect all of that data and be able to share that not only with Houston Police Department, but the rest of the region. That's a $25 million project. We're in the process of building a new property room. The first year I got here, I took a tour of some of the facilities, and the property room, as you read the stories, there was holes in the roof, holes in the floor, holes in the walls. Property was covered up with plastic because people did not have the funds to take care of the infrastructure. So we're in the process now of building a new property room to secure our evidence and our property. We're also have been forced to move our mounted patrol. It used to be, it still is, over on South Post Oak, but the owners of that property want us to move. Some other people in the community don't want us to move in their community, but we got to go somewhere. And we're in the process of moving mounted and canine, and we're just started construction of the facility. That's a $7 million project. The building that we're in now, our headquarters, 1200 Travis, is not built to be a police headquarters. If you went down as a citizen, you'd find it very difficult to park and then come and get in. And there's intermingling between citizens and suspects and officers, and we all share the same elevator, and it's not a very conducive atmosphere for a police station. So we're in the process of combining 61 Reason or 62 Reason, also maybe the Central Patrol and headquarters into a new facility. We don't know where it's going to be yet, but hopefully in the downtown area close to where we are now, but we do know it's going to cost us $248 million. So that hopefully should be completed by the year of 2013. The last thing that we're spending a great deal of your money on is a radio system. City of Houston's in the process of buying 700 megahertz radios for police, fire, and public works, and that have to be completed before 2012, and that's a $150 million project. So it's not my idea to spend all this money. This is stuff that we have to do. Right? But just to give you a sense of what you're getting from your money from the Houston Police Department, in 2007, we answered 1.4 million calls. Probably out of that 1.4 million calls, we probably received about 2.5 million calls. Most of that was about half of them were taken care of over the phone, and the other half we had to dispatch officers to. And also during that period of time, we arrested, for the year 2007, we arrested 25,947 individuals. And that was an 11% increase over 2006. And that's when we had a significant surge in population of the Katrina effect. So with that, I'll close. I hope that gave you some insight of the operation of Houston Police Department. And now I'll take any questions.